Good evening. Good evening, trusty gamers. Give me 1 second. Just to make sure everything's fine here. Good evening. Is this the feed pick stream? It is, yes, 100%. 100%. For $9.99, I'll show you my thumb from my left foot. Good, man. Good. Very good. Very good. I'm just... Is my camera lagging? Or is it just... Can you see me properly? Yeah, you should be seeing me properly. Maybe just Twitch is lagging a bit. It doesn't seem. Okay, good. Then it's just... Okay. Strange. I don't know why I see it lagging there. All right. Good, man. How are you? How is everything? How is life? Alrighty. Oof. Where did we stop last night? Ready to look and learn. Fair enough. B41. Good evening, buddy. As always, let me have my banana. I'm like a monkey. Pretty good, my dude. Pretty good. A long day at work. Been with my son and my wife, and now we're just gonna hack a bit. What about yourself? Oh, Twitch birthday. Yeah. That's interesting. Give me 1 second. Why the fuck is Twitch lagging for me? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's a bit funny. Whatever. Yeah, well, 1 year, man. Has it been since I started for stream for the first time? Crazy stuff. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Let's see where we stopped last night. Affiliate anniversary. So useless, man. Thank you. But that's so useless. It's like, I don't know why Twitch does this. Who gives a shit? It's like, I have to celebrate because I'm affiliated to them. Lovely. So useful. You know, I gained so much from that, from being affiliated to Twitch. You know, I would not be able to afford one portion of cevapi, you know, chique. That's how useful Twitch is. Like, congratulations to being affiliated to us. Greedy, shitty company. Amazing. Drav, good evening, buddy. Yeah, I'm very good. I hope you're good as well, man. So where did we stop last night? What was happening? Nice, man. Good to hear. Good to hear. Let me just think here for a moment. Okay, so let's see, what do we do today? So let's see what we want to do today. All right, let's go to the UI a bit. Let's go to tip tap. Let's find image. Let's say here, actually, before we do that, let's keep this opened. Let's go to utils, I guess, or give me 1 second. I'm not your company. Okay, give me a second. So basically what we have to do now is just allow some extra attributes on the image that we finally made work. So allow the attributes on an image, we should also allow class, right? And now we should actually see that random class that does nothing on the image, right? I don't see it though. HTML attributes class, my custom class. Yeah, so it's not really there. Okay, that's a bit strange. Why? Let's take a look at that. So, shit, I know why. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, we'll need to clean this up as well. Let's just do it temporarily here. So now we should actually see it there. But we don't. That's the problem. Why don't we see it? Image configure, HTML attributes, class. That's because of allowed classes. Okay, sure. Got it. Okay, so let's see how we would want this image to look like when it actually renders in our editor, right? And then we'll need to, obviously, this is gonna be a complex task long term, so we're not gonna do all of it at once. Don't drop the database. Thank you very much, buddy. It's the platform. You can literally see the link right under my camera. So fuck. So how do we? So we would need to. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think discussions are sometimes good as well. You know, it is after all an open board discussion, right? Yeah, man. Glad that you like it. I like it as well. So I think one problem here now is that interesting. Okay. Um, more and more I'm doing this, more I would like to, but actually this has nothing really to do with the image extension. Now we're in the land of rendering, right? So render HTML levels, headers. Okay, because this is slightly useless. That's the problem, right? Let's see. I'll just test something. Linux is the best, 100%. Very happy to hear that, Dreb. Very happy to hear that, man. What the fuck is happening? What happened now? Did my JSON web token expire? You did, okay. It should be blocked already, but whatever. I think it should be centered now. Why the fuck is it not working, man? What is happening here? Why is it not applying the shitty fucking class, man? Allowed attributes, anchor, iframe image, allowed tags, img, yeah, img, source class. TCK, yeah, I don't fucking know, man. Sometimes it just pisses me off. Why the fuck is it not applying the shitty class, man? Seriously. Like, sometimes it's just pissing me off. Jesus Christ, man. Like, something that just should work in 2 seconds. I'm using the HTML sanitizers because I don't want people to be able to render whatever they want, right? I need to control what type of I need to control what type of HTML elements I'm allowing in each one of those editors, and then and all of the content that I'm rendering, right? So, for a thought, let's say here, I don't want to allow people to write headings, right? Because you're interfacing here, for example, you're interfacing here through some validated thing, right? But you can just as well use curl or whatever else and post whatever you want to the API, right? So I need to make sure to sanitize stuff that I don't allow, right? So I can control what can actually truly be always rendered in here, right? So it adds a layer of complexity, or to say annoyances, but you can see here I exactly know what I'm allowing and where, right? Jimmy, thank you very much, buddy. Yeah, I mean, the sanitizer is optional for each different instance of TipTap editor. That's how I implemented it. Somewhere in some for let's say for articles, I will be allowing images, for example. For thoughts, I'm not going to be allowing images, or etc. etc. So it's very contextual, right? Depending of the feature where you are, right? Jesus Christ. Okay. Why is this not instantly working? It's kind of really annoying. Maybe because I have to make a new one, right? That's why. Is it this? Yeah, that's why. All right. Okay, good. So it's not shitty image anymore. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's not completely disgusting at all. Completely at all. Okay. Mm, okay. Okay. Good. So what did I want to do? All right. So let's figure out some stuff. So one thing that I still dislike about this feature, though, is that you can't resize the image, right? So I would expect first and foremost that I can select this image. And actually, how the hell are they doing that? Like, I can see this blue line around what they have. Wait a minute. Prose mirror, margin top image. Oh my God. Basic editor styles. Prose mirror. Okay, let's smack this bullshit somewhere. Do I even have a single style somewhere? All right, let's go over here. Let's create style SCSS. Let's smack this fellow over here. Actually, we do have prose mirror shit already. Okay. So I don't really need this crap. Okay. I try to smack this crap in. All right. Well, why the hell is it? Ah, all right. All right. Wait a minute. All right. So great. Okay, that's fine, right? Now, only thing that I feel that we will have to fork this and build, I think we'll need to fork this extension and rewrite it ourselves because it doesn't have resizing, right? We'll research in a moment if someone has figured that out, right? Yeah, how dares he have better to do than look at my pretty face? Unacceptable. Tip tap image resize. Let's see if someone has figured it out. Someone has figured it out. Is there a demo? Send reorg. Good evening, buddy. I love when someone writes a library and okay, I wanted to shit on this guy instantly, but I stopped. Okay, actually, I think I'm still gonna shit on him. Yeah, I will. He didn't provide a demo. How dares he provide his free time for no compensation and then doesn't provide a demo? It's so nice to be ungrateful. Okay, so literally he built what I wanted to build now, right? Let's take a look at the code, if it's any acceptable. Okay, I like that. Image TS. Well, I mean, honestly, happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you. Thank you very much. Fucking Twitch, man. I don't even know what that is and what should I celebrate. But whatever it is, thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Happy anniversary by being affiliated to us because we're so cool. We only take away all of that little money you make, but you know, who cares about money, Alex, right? Just give it to us and you're going to be affiliated to us, and every year you're going to be able to celebrate it. I love it. So useful. It's so useful to be affiliated to Twitch. Actually, I woke up this morning and I said to myself, like this affiliation that I feel to this company is crazy. It was great. It was great feeling this morning when I woke up. That sense of affiliation, the sense of usefulness, right? So fucking useless, man. Unbelievable. I felt this huge sense of affiliation to them, because they're such a nice company. Beautiful, beautiful company. You know what I mean, right? Ah, all right. Does this shit still works? Okay, it started very promising. Very good library. Wow, what a good quality library. Great library. I like it. It definitely worked out of the box. Definitely worked out of the box. It's incredibly stable and tested and very nice. I like it. I'm super happy that I have installed this library now. Very nice, very nice. I like it a lot. I actually have a poster of Bezos, right? I have a poster of Bezos in my living room. When I wake up in the morning, me and my wife pray in front of the poster. We pray in front of it for this $1 I make on Twitch every month. It's very nice. It's very nice. I like it a lot, actually. I like it very much. It's very nice. Thank you. It's very nice. I prayed actually this morning with my wife to we have like this like magic ball. We have this magic ball, right? But we think that it's his head because he has no hair. So it's like a magic ball, and then I touch the magic ball, and I imagine that I'm touching his forehead, right? Then I do something like this, right? It's lovely. I like it. Bezos is great. My life will, I would be nobody without Bezos, right? Okay, I don't give a shit, man. I don't give a crap about Twitch 1%. What the fuck, man? Like installing this plug, yeah, that was a what? Wow. Happy anniversary, affiliate. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, I don't have to imagine that. I actually forced my son to do it as well. Why would I have to imagine that, Vanix? We prayed for to the Almighty Bezos together as a family. And I programmed Alexa as well to do it with us, you know. Well, we installed this extension like such a good quality. Can't even compile this React shitty project anymore. Amazing. Very good quality plugin. Let's thank this guy. Thank you, man. Please let me know if you experience any problems. I mean, that's just genuine. I don't honestly. I mean, I genuinely say thank you to guys, right? But I don't give a crap. No, I mean my son, his name is Jeff, right? My son's son is Jeff. Actually, his name is Jeff Bezos. Only his name. His he has two first name, Jeff and Bezos. That's his name. Jesus fucking Christ, man. What did we install? Like, Jesus, dude. Thank you very much, man. I finally don't have to worry about playing that shitty music because I've configured this VOD thing again, so the music is not recorded in the videos. So I don't have to play that garbage music anymore. Dude, like, are you fucking kidding me, man? Like, seriously. Jesus fucking Christ. Unbelievable, man. You install some shitty module. Dude, like, what the fuck is going on? That sounds like Turkish language or something, right? I assume. Dude, like, what the fuck is going on, man? Oh, the music is silent. Why didn't you guys say? That's unacceptable. Music cannot be silent. Little Leon. Hey, buddy. Dude, like, this is unbelievable, man. I can't fucking believe this shit, man. Like, like, Lucas, good evening, buddy. Why can't we even rent, like, what is happening, man? What the fuck is happening, dude? All right, let's give it a second. Let's give it a second. No, I removed it. It won't compile. Let's give it a second. Maybe it's compiling or some shit like that. Jesus Christ, man. Hopefully this is gonna compile today, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. Loading. Look at that. It broke it. It's all broken. A loading failed for the module with source Vita client index. But why? It's actually not removing node modules. What the fuck is happening? Oh my god, dude! What a beautiful start of the stream. Like, I would just delete myself now, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ah, shit. This was I removed stuff from a completely wrong project. Nice. Nice. Beautiful. Perfect. Thank you, everybody, for your follows. Nice. I like it. Very nice. Nice. So very nice. Very nice. Ah, lovely. Hopefully we can. Oh my fucking god, man! This is somebody's making fun of me. Like this motherfucker from which we installed this plugin. Let's just all and rage on him. Dude, I don't know what the fuck is happening. This is not good. I mean, I'm okay. It's like I don't know what got fucked up when we installed this, man, but something definitely got fucked up completely, it seems. Well, we're not the only ones, so let's see what's happening. Like, this is so fucking random, man. Like, Restart your browser. Beautiful. 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 No, I mean, it doesn't make sense to downgrade everything, right? Everything was working for like a year, right? So it's just something got corrupted or some fucking bullshit, right? So God knows in this ecosystem of crap what's happening, right? Shut the fuck up. Ah, shit, it's read only. Okay. If that works, that's ah shit, we're not even running this crap. I'm just trying to use my brain a bit now. So let's see. Where's our Docker crap? Is it here? Okay, great. That's a good sign. Very productive stream. I love it. Vivax, good evening, buddy. Very productive. I like it a lot. Very productive. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my fucking lord, man. It works finally. Motherfucker. Fuck you, man. Okay, bitch. Fucking fuck. Okay. Motherfucker. I love the sentence. Jesus Christ, man. How hard is this? It's super hard, it seems. All right. Jesus Christ, man. Come on. You can do it. Great. Very, actually, the most productive stream so far, by far. I mean, 100%. Super productive. Super productive. Like, we've done so much stuff today. Incredible. Incredible amount of work. Look at this fucking piece of shit, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Honestly, there's no other explanation. There's no other explanation. Glushy, thank you very much, buddy. Even though I don't know why would you follow me at this point. You haven't seen me done a single thing. Well, I guess, whatever. Thank you, guys. Could not fetch. Just not enough of Panosa, exactly. Oh my god, is this possible? Are things starting to work? That's something's not right. Things are starting to work. Oh my god. That's not good. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, we can start writing code again, right? Fuck's sake, man. I hate that guy. I hate that guy, right? That's this thing. Let's all just never again. Never again. Okay. That was super not fun. Super not fun. All right. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Nothing really happened. Just yeah, just a little annoyance, to be honest. Just a little annoyance. That's all. So hey guys, thank you for coming. The stream is actually starting now. Good to have you here. Thank you very much for being here. Or is it starting? This is still loading. This is loading again. Beautiful. This is loading again. Looks great. Looks promising. Looks very promising. Looks very great. Oh my God. Oof. Whew. Jesus Christ, man. I was sweating already there. I was sweating there already. I was. Whew. I don't know how to do that, man. I don't know how to do that. Of course, fuck, what was your name? Wait, sorry, I didn't forget your name. I didn't forget your name. Don't tell me your name. You told us your name last night. Shit, man, what was your name? Don't tell me yet. I'll remember. I'll remember. My brain is just elsewhere now. All right. Well, good to start coding after what 56 minutes. Great. Very productive. I like it. Super nice stream. Very good. Great. Very nice. Ryan. Fuck. Yeah, Ryan. You didn't tell me yours. No, thank you very much, guys, for your follows. Appreciate it. No, you didn't tell me yours, and you should tell me yours. Drop the database. Okay, okay. All right, so let's recalibrate here a bit, right? Drav, thank you very much, buddy, for coming by. I hope you have a good night. All right, so yeah, okay, so let's do some stuff, right? Let me just think here for a moment. Yeah, okay. Cedric, how you say it? Cedric, right? Cedric. If you mean custom CSS property, Ryan, then absolutely. Custom CSS properties are very useful because they cascade, right? So yeah, CSS properties are probably the most useful feature when it comes to CSS, right? So if we're talking about CSS custom properties, then the answer is yes, yes. This was a huge thing when it came out because they cascade, right? And you can create whole themes with just defining the variables, and then so super useful. This is one of the most useful features that CSS has, right? Yes, absolutely. So because they cascade, right, you can even with JavaScript, you can implement change theme type of feature by simply altering the variable names of those values, and then they're gonna propagate or cascade to all places where the variables themselves have been used, right? So it's absolutely useful, of course. This is when this came out, I remember I was incredibly happy because it's incredible how little CSS today you can write and utilize them to build layouts and stuff, right? So 100%, very useful, very useful. All right, so going back to this crap that we did last night. Yeah, so this is where we stopped last night. Okay, so what it is that we haven't finished here. So it would be nice, obviously, if we can resize the image in this editor. My pleasure, man. So resizing would be super nice, right? Um, let's just read a bit about this. Oh my God, what a idiot! Is this for real? All right, let's ask something. Thank you very much for the follow, guys. Appreciate it. Let's ask our bot here. I'm using TipTap image plugin, and I'd like to additionally implement image resizing in my TipTap editor. Any tips? Thank you, folks, for your follows. Very much appreciated. So we will probably need to, and this is fine, right? I think we can fork the existing image, existing extension, and then we'll need to do this anyway, I think. Yeah. Oof. Hmm. Okay, let's read this a little bit. Shit, yeah. I mean, I don't think that I want to do this in the stream. I mean, I'm answering the questions and stuff. So, I mean, I can do this easily off stream, but I need to sit with my headphones and do this, right? I cannot. This is complicated. When I say it's complicated in a sense that we don't really know. None of us here know even remotely the Prose Mirror API well enough. So this one actually, I'll let's create a task for this, and I'll need to do this. Unfortunately, did that one off stream. So we're gonna do now something else. Implement custom image extension for TipTap. We can actually even go make a step further and make an actual real extension and open source it, because the one that they have now, which is the one we're using, TipTap image, right? This is clearly not sufficient, right? So I think this is just a lame attempt to provide something, and I appreciate it, right? But this is not enough, right? This is the only thing you can do, right? You need to at least, the very least, right? I'm using Cloudflare images. So, right, so this is not sufficient. I mean, right? So we need to, so we'll probably fork this and then implement additional functionality, right? And then, yeah, I think we're gonna fork this and then implement some other stuff. Also, I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff that's needed for this extension to actually be useful. Like adding captions. So just in case you're not familiar with this service, I'm using Cloudflare images. But you know, S3 would be as good. Google Cloud Storage would be as good, right? So it doesn't really matter. Storage is very cheap, right? So I mean, there's no such professional on planet, right, that has all of the knowledge in their head. When you go to a doctor, actually, you know, a lot of us kind of there's a lot of discussions about Stack Overflow and stuff, right? But when you go to a doctor, right, like medicine is the most common place where, you know, professionals read their let's call them manuals, right? Exactly, exactly. Thank you very much, guys, for your follows. Very much appreciated. We thought about the same, exactly. Let me just, how do I share this crap? There was like a share button, yeah. Good evening, Brainy. Good evening, buddy. Thank you for coming. I'll just copy this as a starting point for myself, and I'll do this one off stream because again, this one requires focus, and Twitch stream is the opposite of focus in every possible way, right? Okay, so let me just define. Okay, thank you, Brainy. So, what are you primarily focused on? I mean, I'm not really focused on anything. I've been a full stack engineer and also Cisco engineer for many years. So I can do all ends pretty well, including infrastructure. So, but when you're building a product like this, right, you need to focus on everything, right? I don't really have a preference. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. UI today is way harder than, let's say, building APIs. I remember maybe 10, 15 years ago, right? Building front ends. Actually, 15 years ago, front ends were very simple. Today, a lot of stuff that's never supposed to be in the client has moved to the client, right? So yeah, then let me just add this crap over here. I mean, the thing is, right, if you want to make a full-fledged product on your own, then you have to do everything. So then it doesn't, there's no such thing as focus, right? You don't have the privilege of focus one or the other. You have to build things, right? I mean, if you want to build a whole car yourself, there's no focus. You still have to build the engine, and you still need to make the car look nice and work nice, right? So it's not a matter of option, like what do you focus on? You focus on whatever you have to focus on, right? To make things work. Okay, so I'm trying in my head to define, should I deploy this already and allow it like this? Or should I not until we... Well, I'm not writing serverless applications, right? So I don't need this. My whole all infrastructure, I've done it manually myself. But very nice, man. Very nice. Very cool. Very cool, man. I don't write serverless. That's not the architecture that I genuinely utilize. But very nice, man. No, my pleasure, man. Very nice effort. Very good. I wish you luck with this. That's very nice, man. Let me just start this so I can follow the progress. Awesome stuff, man. Great stuff. Nice. Nice. Very nice. And also it's not expensive. Pretty cool, man. I wish you luck with this. Very nice. Amazing stuff. Thank you, man. Yeah, we're just coding here. I'm just trying to build something useful. But yeah, thank you very much, man. That also is always always makes one come back and continue with those streams, hearing those comments. So thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. All right. So I mean, I'm just now. Sako, no, you're not gonna trigger me, but I love you, man, for being here. Okay, so I think let's do some stuff. Let's do some stuff. Thank you very much for those anniversary happies thing. Yeah, you have in your plan to open source the project. I don't have that plan, no. But I hate to say never, right? Never say never, right? So I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna do it. But if I'm going to do it, it's going to depend on its success, right? I mean, this project is going to take me several more years to fully build with the time I have, right? So this stream is going to be probably several years long, right? So let's come back to this stream in 2 or 3 years, and then let's see where we are, right? If we're nowhere with it, then yeah, I'll open source it, right? But if we end up actually building a product that people use, are you good at finishing your home projects? I mean, you have to brainy, right? It's a good question, right? It's also a good question for discussion, right? But it depends what you mean by finish, right? I think fundamental question there is what it is that finish means, right? Like, for example, for me, finish means building a product that I can either sell or building a product that people use. Finish can also mean, right, well, I finished it from the learning perspective. I built something, and I've learned, I don't know, svelte.js, right? So it's really, I think definition of finish is slightly vague, right? Because it can mean anything. For example, Programmer Network for me is a project that I want people to use. So finish for me would be either failing because seeing that I actually don't think I can fail it. I already won, but right. Yeah, exactly. So that's my finish, right? So I build something that people use, and because the hardest thing about building a product is building something that people actually want to use. It's not the technical part, right? Technical part, yeah, technical part again is not really something to yeah, I don't know. Technical part is easy, right? Knowing what to build and stuff, that's hard. Give me 1 second. Actually, let's do this. When will you know that if the project will be successful? When I make $1 on it. So when I build some feature and somebody pays $1 for it, they find it useful, then I'm gonna find it. Then I'm gonna find it successful. But again, also success also is right. So there's so many of those things that one has to define for themselves, right? Is like what it is success. I mean, this is already successful for me personally. I met amazing people. Like Sako is my real life friend now. I met more people. I'm having fun, right? So this is already a huge success, right? Even if I stop doing this project now, to me, this is still a huge success, right? So again, keep in mind, I'm not constantly chasing that eventual goal. I'm not living like that, right? That's why That's why I can show up every evening after work and family and my son and stuff, because I focus on what we're doing today and then I enjoy that. I'm not thinking too much ahead. It's like, what if something happens in 3 years? Like, if I would be thinking that way, then I would give up building this already after 3 days of building it, right? So that's also a very dangerous path to set yourself to, thinking about that eventual thing. What if it happens or if it happened, right? So if you want to build a product, man, just build it every day. Do a little bit of progress, make progress every day, right? And Frozen, thank you very much, buddy. But yeah, if any of you ever want to build something, keep in mind it's very simple, right? You have the time that you have, and right. Actually, fuck, I need to record a video on that. But you just need to make some progress every day, no matter what you're doing. If you have some project you want to do, even if you can't code, sometimes write something down, put some idea down in your Trello board or GitHub projects or Atlassian or Linear, whatever you're using, right? But yeah, teach me how to code. That's unfortunately the problem. Nobody can teach you how to code, right? It's like imagine you meet me on the playground and you say, teach me how to play tennis. I can show you how to play tennis, but in order to learn how to play, you have to practice, right? So I can tell you all the right things and right moves, and I can adjust how you do things, but you have to do the work, right? Of course, Ryan. Thank you very much, man. It's also amazing that you're here, and thank you for those words, dude. But if you wanna write, type for good evening. I actually recorded a video. I started recording those short videos. Give me 1 second. So I recorded this video, which is like 1 minute, and so this is pretty much what it takes to learn to program, right? This is pretty much what I just said, right? Frozen, I agree. I mean, that's exactly what I'm saying, right? So I think building a company, clearly that as good as I or better than me or better, right? But it's that's the ultimate challenge, building a startup, right? And for me, it would be nice to build something that people just want to use, that they find value in it, right? But yeah, exactly. It's like that's the thing. You have to find something that makes you want to do it, right? Something that motivates you, something that still has that spark of things, right? 25 gold. Good evening, my friend. Have you ever found yourself in a need of break when you come across this really problem? Um, I don't think that I've ever found myself in needing like a general break, but I don't really. I mean, I'm not obsessing about programming. I don't genuinely care about programming anymore in that sense. I mean, I don't perceive programming anymore in such a way anymore. I don't even know how to actually explain it, but I don't think about programming anymore as writing code. I think about more about I'm very I'm very user consumer driven developer, right? So for me, also at work, I work at such a company where I'm product driven developer, not code driven developer, right? I don't put too much emphasis on the code, even though I mean my code is clean and it's nice and it's good, but that's just a product of many years of work, right? Exactly. But I love building things which make sense to people, because never forget why computers were initially invented, right? They were invented because of economy and because of various things. So programming doesn't exist for the sole purpose of code. Code is just a side effect of solving some users' problems, right? So I don't perceive it anymore like that, right? I think about programming just as a side effect of the eventual thing that we're gonna solve that small fraction of a problem for somebody, save someone 20 minutes of work a day or 10 minutes, right? So I don't think that I ever found myself in a need of break from programming, but I would maybe sometimes, yeah, working in this industry every day, doing the OKRs, objectives and key results, and all of that stuff, that is a bit tiring, right? You're constantly like thinking, how can we do this? What do we do with this? So because at my work, right? I don't know if you guys know what OKRs are, but OKRs stand for objectives and key results. So essentially, when you are let me put it this way. Let's imagine three of us, we have a company, right? Let's imagine a few of you work with me on Programmer Network, right? And let's imagine two of you are one team and I'm another team, and I come to you and I say, I come to you and I say, look, G Bounty and Frozen, we need to increase amount of users who visit our website and sign up. So the amount of those users now is like based on some analytics. We have, let's say, out of 100% total users, we only have 23% users who actually sign up. So we want to increase that number to 40%. So we need to increase it, let's say, 17 or 20%. So instead of me giving you tasks as a team how you do that, instead of me telling you build those features, you as a team need to figure out what the solution to that problem is. So that's how we work at my work. So nobody, so in my team, we don't create tasks up. We don't get it's like, this is the problem and this is the solution. So in simple words, it's like our CTO, our CEO, they come, hey guys, we have those numbers. We would like to increase this number in this part of product. And then my team is an expert in that, right? So my team goes and finds the solution. So this is OKRs, objections to key results, right? So this is my obsession. So my obsession, I'm not thinking about, oh, I'm gonna go to work and write code. I'm thinking about, okay, fuck, we have those 3 OKRs or 4 OKRs this quarter. We need to solve this and this and this. So your obsession becomes actually the problem because you're not feeding your developers just with tasks, like take task X and write it down and do it. Takes, right? So in simple words, if you're a tech lead, if you're a team lead, if you're a CTO and you're watching this, really try OKRs, right? Because your teams are going to be more autonomous. They're going to find more pride in their work. They're not going to feel like tools. They're not going to feel just like people who come to work and you assign them X, Y, Z, they do it and they go home. So this is honestly something that I couldn't imagine myself not working like anymore, right? So company has a problem, they come to my team, and then we are expert in that field, and we figure out how to solve that, right? So this is the obsession, not the code, right? The code is just the side effect of first figuring out what the solution is, and not vice versa, right? Okay, let me now try to focus. It's gonna be very hard, motherfuckers. Okay. Check the table I posted. One sec. Copy link address. Check the table I posted. How long can you work on making a routine task more efficient before you're spending more time than you save? No, not like that. Not like that. Not like that, right? So again, so think about it this way, right? Think about it this way. So your company has an issue, right? Like I said, let me give you an example again. So your company has an issue, right? So let's imagine this would be this would be one of the OKRs. So let's imagine that in your company you have, let's say on average, 100% people who go to your store, go to your web shop, but only, I don't know, 25 of them purchase something, right? So let's imagine so every month, let's say you have 100 people who go to your web shop, but only 25 of them purchase something, right? Then your CTO and CEO come and they say, hey man, we need to increase this number of 25 to 45. You always set some unrealistic goal. So OKR is always a number. You should always set a number that you know that you will not reach, but you're gonna really try hard. So your CEO or CTO, whatever. So your CTO, CEO come and say, we need to increase this number from 25 to 45. Now you sit with your team and say, okay, well, how the fuck do we increase number of people who purchase on our web shop? Now you start thinking about it. So what it is that we can do with our, let's say, web shop to increase this number, right? So now you get into the mode of solving the problem. So what it is the problem? Is your web shop too slow? Is it too complicated? Is it none of that? Sometimes you're not gonna meet this, right? So, but that's exactly the point. Now your team, right? Now your team has to, now you give your team autonomy, and so instead of you as CTO telling them what to do, it's like, hey, this is, this is the problem, and I made tasks for you. This is what you should do. You tell them, okay, this is the problem, right? We have this problem, and you tell them figure it out. Of course, that you're gonna sit together with the team. This is not to say that you don't communicate. You communicate more than ever. But the point is, you don't go and sit and you write things down for them because you're not an expert. They know better than you anyway. So now your team X, so team X has to figure out how do we get this number from 25 to 45, right? But yeah, but that's objectives, and right? Well, just read about it. I mean, objectives and key results are fairly simple concepts, right? So I would advise you to just read whatever, right? Let's find the first thing, right, and read it. I'm not going to go into theory of it because things have to be measurable. So this is a very hard framework to implement because you need to be able to measure things. So the only way to basically to be able to apply the OKR framework to your team or teams is that you need to have measurable things. So you need to be able to go to your team and say, hey guys, in this part of product, this is X and we want to get it to Y. If you can't, so if you're not measuring performance of either your product, of your channels, of your whatever, right? It is indeed, right? Uh, but with OKRs, right? The most crucial thing is that you need to build your business in a very measurable way, right? So because you cannot do the OKRs without having some numbers to work against. And that is the biggest problem of why a lot of companies fail and why a lot of them do things without any reasoning behind it. Think about it this way. Many of you have went to work, I'm sure, many times, and you didn't really know why you were doing something. And probably even today, many of you went to work and you did some feature or you refactored something, but you have no idea why. There's nothing tangible, there's nothing measurable to compare it against. It's like, hey, let's refactor this. Well, why? Oh, no, let's redesign this UI. Why, right? Well, it's gonna be looking better, but why? I mean, how do you know that? How do you know the outcome of that refactor, right? Like how do you know that this new thing that you've built now is actually better, right, than this thing? So in simple words, right, like you need to build your business and your system in a measurable way. So when you do things, you can then say we have this number, it looks like this, and we want to increase it to this. And then when you build a new solution or when you improve the existing solution, then you can measure. You can say, okay, well, we can see that at least to some extent we have affected this thing. Let me give you an example. At Dream Data, right, where I work. So at Dream Data, where I work, right, we want to activate more users. That's called user activation, right? So you want to activate users to go back and use your product more. At Dream Data, we build a lot of dashboards and stuff. So I figured out that, hey, what if we send, just like Twitch sends me an email after every stream with some statistics, is like how many, users I had watching me and blah, blah, blah. We figured out like, hey, we're gonna send a monthly email to users. We're going to aggregate information from some of their dashboards. And every month, on every first or second of the month, they're going to receive this email where they're going to have just like aggregated information and a call to action button that's going to take them back to Dream Data product. And that actually increased the number of active users by a huge percentage, right? But the reason why we were able to actually do that is because we knew the number of those that actually come back to the product, and then we did something, and then we realized that the action that we did affected that number, right? What do you think about? Yeah, let's review it. My pleasure, man. Just literally go to Udemy and search for OKR course. Literally go to Udemy and just type OKR. Literally just go here and say OKRs. And actually, yeah, this for example, let's just find something. Here, 15 bucks, 8,000 students. I mean, it's like 2 beers. I mean, OKRs is pretty much all you need, I think. Expensive beers, exactly. Okay, I mean the comments that I have, right, is give me 1 second. So I think and again, I mean I'm just a human being like the rest of you, right? So don't take my feedback as some holy grail of feedback, right? I'll just share, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, right? But I mean, I would link to documentation here, for example, right? So I would have some call to action that takes you to that example somewhere nicer. Uh, Having those things in line, right, is a bit like, hey, point your browser to HTTP 3000. This description almost feels like it has been written for non-technical people, but people who are going to be using the products are very technical. So you don't have to say point your browser to localhost 3000. People know this, right? Either show some gifs or keep this short and just have a button that takes you to the docs, right, directly to that thing, right, where you can actually see more, right. um this is also misleading, right, because it seems that this sentence here contradicts this sentence here. So you are supporting now, obviously, like any other product, limited set of languages, right? So you're not supporting someone's, let's say, favorite language, because when you write this sentence, it means that you support any possible language, which is not true, right? So yeah, I would maybe rewrite this a bit because it a bit contradicts some other points, right? I mean, honestly, good evening, freak. It feels so good being able to say that without offending someone. Good evening, freak. My pleasure, man. Okay, I wish that there's like a motherfucker nickname or something. Like, hey, motherfucker, how are you doing? It just contradicts the name. You're like being all kind. Hey, fucker, what up, what up? Okay, sorry. Um, okay, so I think, I mean, first of all, I have to say again, amazing effort here, man. I mean, you guys have done, or you have done, there's a lot of stuff, right? I think there isn't much to say really. I mean, I'm a very so keep in mind that's why feedback from me should be taken very lightly because I'm a very minimalistic person, and I think you can see that with how programmer networks looks, right? Um, oh, this guy used to be my tech lead before, one of the best engineers I met. So in simple words, let me just finish my thought. Try to, I mean, so so listen, let me just aggregate my thoughts about this and every other potential platform, right? I think uh, I think people are kind of fed up with new frameworks, new languages and stuff, right? So that means that on average, someone is gonna come here and scroll pretty fast. I don't think so. It's the same with Programmer Network. Don't take me wrong. Like landing page on Programmer Network sucks ass. It's because I don't have the time. I think I built this in like 20 minutes. But I think it is really an art if you can shorten this homepage down and get exactly to the point what this is. Maybe have a video somewhere that's like 1 minute long, because I don't think that anyone is gonna come here and like scroll and then stop here, then read this, then read this, then read this. I think our attention span has gone so it's kind of so it, um, it degraded to a point where people are not going to do this, right? So the ultimate question here is like, how can you present genesio, right, in a very quick way, right? So here you should already grab attention, right? So here you should already grab attention, right? Like this should be the place where you have the most important stuff. So when I come here, this is instantly what should tell me what the hell is this and why would I use it, right? Like documentation stuff, like hey, bootstrap your stuff. This is not really relevant, right? Because here, if somebody starts reading this, probably they already made up their mind that they actually want to try this. But here you want to say, well, hey, this is the languages we support now, and this is why this is amazing, right? So just cut it a bit down, right? And this is also very vague, right? Because, and I don't take me wrong, it looks really nice, it looks beautiful, right? It's just when you see this, it's very hard to decipher what this actually means, right? Because there's no numbers, there's no realistic benchmarks, comparisons. Is like, right? It's like, hey, we're gonna reduce the time and cost, whatever, right? But it doesn't imply what that is, right? So one can just, because think about it this way. I mean, every platform out there tells you that you're gonna save something, right? So this is not new, right? Um, This is like super nice, right? So honestly, if you ask me, again, take this opinion, again, but I would just make this whole thing dark theme, right? Because clearly to me, I don't know what others think, but to me, everything that's on this dark looks a lot better. So as soon as I get to this white space, it kind of starts. It's like, eh. So if maybe I'm just being incredibly subjective, right? Exactly. Honestly, just again, you should get feedback from 30 different people and then make action, right? But I would just say, don't just get rid of this whole white space. Don't have it at all. I mean, it's so nice. This is like so beautiful, super kind of hacky, super cool, right? This as well. And then when you get here, it's like, yeah, right? So I don't know, right? Something feels off with this font. I don't know if this code font here, but I would replace those with a nicer font. Replace this with a nicer font. This is not a, this looks like Arial or some shit. So replace this with some nicer font. I think you should also have this in the top. You should have the Discord in the top as well. I don't know if you have it already, but somewhere here you should also have Discord as well. If somebody has a question or whatever, they can, you know. Damn, good evening, buddy. Good evening. Hi to you as well. Overall, I mean, it's very nice, man. It's very nice. I think visually, I would just get rid of all of this white stuff, right? My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Let's maybe let me get back and do some work, but I'm happy to. We can discuss this later again. We'll need to. I need to watch this later. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. It's just now we are in this gray zone. Is like, should I continue with this images related stuff or should I not? No, 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 not never. There's no giving up. It's just I'm wondering. I'm trying to. Okay, let's just write it down. So just to see where we actually are. Let's just do that. Um, how do you get into coding after a year break? I don't actually know, honestly. I mean, but what do you mean get back into coding? That I guess because I had to process the question in my head. Uh, when you say get back into coding, your mind is so you forgot a lot of things. Is that what you're saying? I actually can, but let's do it a bit later because otherwise, I mean, this I haven't done anything in this stream, so let's leave it here, and I'm very happy to do it. Very happy to do it. I just need to do a bit of work because haven't really literally wrote almost any code this stream at all. But absolutely, man. I left it open here, so actually, this is my playlist. This is my playlist. Like, let me actually share it with you guys. Give me 1 second. Give me one moment. How do I share this crap? Share, yeah. I used linear, and then I was also suggesting it to you. But then I asked them to sponsor me, or to give it for free. They didn't want. Then I just switched out of principle, basically. Not, but linear is amazing. I still use linear at Dream Data at work. Linear is great, but I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't want to advertise them for free, basically. I mean, complete failure from their marketing team. No, no, no. It's not about that. It's about principle, really. I mean, like I have like what, like maybe 7, 8,000 unique people pass this stream every week. Every every week, right? And they're all developers. How stupid you have to be to not want to. So it's not about money, it's just about principles, right? Just yeah. But I don't want to shame them because I'm actually just kidding a bit. It's not that they can just support anybody, right? That you need to have a department for that. You need to have a person that does partnerships and stuff. So I get them, right? They were not unkind, right? Yeah, yeah. Many people did, right? And that's how it is. But it's a very nice tool. It's a very good tool, and you know exactly. Okay. Um, Jesus Christ, I'm so distracted now. So what did we do? What did we do? Yeah. Okay. This project is already live for a long time, and this is a very it's a pretty complex project. So I cannot just deploy it, right? There's a whole infrastructure behind this. Redis, Postgres, reverse proxy, Nginx, and stuff, right? So right, so it's not just something that you can necessarily deploy if you know what I mean, right? Okay, so I guess one thing at least we can do today, so at least I feel that I did something, right? Is that if we try doing, and let me actually see one thing that I dislike with this plugin, which is why we will need to build a custom one anyway. Yeah, this image plugin is not really good, honestly, unfortunately. So let's try to upload something that's too big, right? Actually, none. I haven't because I haven't wrote any code this stream almost, right? Okay, so let's yeah, unacceptable, exactly. Give me a moment here. So let's go over here. Do I have form? Shit, that's the problem, yeah. Actually, is it? Is it a problem? I don't think so. I don't think it is. Let me just try one thing over here. That's actually very good. Mm-hmm. Vue.js is a beautiful, beautiful tool. Vue.js is a beautiful tool. Ivan, yeah, whatever. Ignore my mind. Ah, I see. I see. I see. I see. Thank you very much for being here, man. Uh, you make it fun always. Thanks for that, dude. I hope you had some fun. I did indeed. So thank you for that, man. Thank you for that. I mean, it really so. Bye, my friend. Thank you very much. So right. So if you end up with plain JavaScript, right? that's perfectly fine for simple projects, right? The problem with that is that if you've ever done an enterprise grade project with plain JavaScript, then you realize that what you end up doing is you reinvent the existing framework. So this is, I think, what fundamentally I agree with you. I think I still use jQuery and plain JavaScript for very simple static sites. I would never build a full-fledged or even Preact or some of those super tiny libraries. They're super nice, but you can do that indeed with plain JavaScript if you're doing something smaller. Once you start building something bigger, because I've been there 2 or 3 times in my career. You build your own router using HTML5 history API. You build your own state manager, state machine. And then when you look back, and of course, the most fundamental issue why frameworks exist isn't to obsolete plain language. It's to make hiring easier. It's to make onboarding easier. It's to make old. So imagine if every single company would build their own framework. Imagine it would be all impossible to hire because every single person you hire now has to learn a new thing. So you go from company X to company. So frameworks don't just exist to obsolete the existing language. That's not the point. The point is to wrap existing patterns into something. Um, yeah. So exactly. So whatever works, but keep in mind, right? Yeah. So that's why, right? So actually, we already have the error. Oh fuck, that's beautiful. That's great. Okay, that's very good. That's very good. Very good. And where do we? Oh, so nice. So nice. Okay. That's really good. Give me a second here. Where's my use form? Over here, right? Am I still supporting the third? Oh, external errors. So nice. Okay. I got the images. Let me share the service with you. It's a very nice service. Let me just share it over here. Enjoy. You can just use the search. So what I do, I go to search and for example, I used, I don't know, programmer or whatever, right? All right, great, beautiful, perfect, amazing, great. Okay, so if we take a look at this fella over here, give me a moment. My pleasure, my pleasure. I mean, thank them, right? It is indeed a very nice service and also worth supporting. I should. Give me one sec. Beautiful. Ah, so nice, so nice. That is very, very good. Okay, great. Okay, so over here we're gonna say, so the error has the response. So error response, yes, date. Okay, so let's say something like this. Say if error dot response dot error dot response dot data. It's a status 500, which is a bit strange. Darren, good evening, buddy, and thank you very much. Well, depends. So Ryan, depends what you mean, my friend. Right? What type of framework are we talking about? We're obviously using frameworks on all ends in this stream as well, right? Errors. Okay, data errors. Okay, so let's say if error, and let's use conditional operator, right? Response data dot errors. Shit. Custom error xenum. Okay, that's strange. Ah, that's why, of course. Oops. Separate myself. Beautiful. Can I actually do that? Did I implement this in my use form? I don't think I did. Actually, that would be interesting trying out. Why not? So let's say set errors here. Alrighty. So error, response, data, error, response, data. Ah, okay, okay. Dragos White, thank you very much, buddy. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Are you dreaming? Dreaming? Do when we fly? Do we? Okay, give me a second. Dreaming. Darren. That's most likely because you have a very old cached version of the product, right? I think you should just clear your cache. It's running on Cloudflare pages, right? But I think you have something very hard cached. You probably haven't visited the platform in a long time, right? What the hell? Ah, I have a typo. Jesus Christ. That's why. I mean, a lot of things, man, shouldn't be happening. I 100% agree with you, right? But I'm building this 2 hours, 8 hours a week, right? So a lot of things shouldn't be happening, of course. But it's easier said than done, right? Ah, so I agree with you 1,000,000%, right? But you know, the amount I spend on this project and the fact that it's even alive with all these features, it's already honestly impressive to me still. Not technically, it's just that I made it this far with all of this minimal amount of time that I have, right? It's just crazy. I mean, I work as a tech lead, as a senior software engineer. Similar crap to this, what I'm building here. I work for a company called Dream Data. Yeah, yeah, very similar. Process AGV errors, exactly. So let's implement basically another method for this. Let's call it, instead of set errors, let's call it set AGV errors. Where is this thing? So let's go somewhere in this custom hook I wrote. Let's say const set AGV errors. Set local state, set errors, process AGV errors. Yeah. And then here we're going to say errors, right? And then if we export this from this hook, beautiful. Then if we go over here, we can say this. Numinex, man, thank you for coming by all the time, man. Appreciate it, dude. And have a great evening, man. Do front-end devs need to be, no, not really, but you know, learning any of those skills is clearly useful, right? So in simple words, the more you know, the better for yourself, right? Line 71 typo. I mean, this is good now. I think the only thing that's not good, right, is yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a very nice stream. We had a lot of nice discussions, but also very distracting, right? And that's just how it is sometimes, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, AJV error. So we do in fact get there, right? And I do believe that we actually do set the state properly as well. I think um give me 1 second. So I think we just give me one moment here. So we do actually have, okay. Um, process HV errors. So this should technically be working already, honestly. So we should be seeing. I could barely hear Alex, really? So yeah, there is an actual error, right? Nice, man. No problem. Like nobody. Oh, actually, it is appearing now. What? Ah, we just had to refresh the bloody. No, no, never mind. I don't think that's the error. No, I don't think that's the error. I don't think that's the error at all. So no, so the error actually isn't set. Okay. Super strange. Okay, let's go back over here. Process AJV errors. What do I say? AJV errors. We reduce them. We get the field name. So let's actually see what do I get out of this in set AJV errors when I actually process them. Interesting. Just write some of this crap. Upload an image. Let's try to upload it to the one that's too big. Okay. Ah, I see. Okay. 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 Interesting. Okay. So this is an issue. Okay. Beautiful. We're going to fix that in a second. All right. Okay. Ah, I see. I see. I see. So what we have to actually do here is we have to say, let's say AJV errors, and then we're going to say, okay, I see what the problem is. Sure. So we have to say something like, Bruno Silva, good evening, buddy. Barcode, thank you very much for the follow, man. Okay, so this thing expects an array that has a field name. Good, man, good. Just hacking away, not standard stuff. What about yourself? Field name message, okay. So what we're gonna do, we'll just reduce this thing. So we're gonna say, so, or I can do that also outside, but I can say const errors is AJV errors that reduce. No, not really, not really. Let's just copy this existing object, copy object, just so we have it here, so we can. Ah, shit! What? What? Ah, okay. Let's do that again. This is going to be one of the errors. So this error is this thing. I see. Ah, okay, okay, and yeah, this is the problem. Okay. I think Ryan, right? I think you need to give it time, right? I think you're falling into a slight bit of a rabbit hole, right? I think you are maybe watching me program here and stuff, right? And then maybe you're projecting some things, but in simple words, pick one subject, do it at a time, right? And think progress will come, right? You're doing great, right? So I think you're you're asking too many inconsistent things at once, right? Framework, CSS, JavaScript, backend, frontend, right? Give it right. There's, as I said in that video you watched yesterday, there's no shortcut, right? You need to just keep going, right, and do it step by step by step, right? So in simple words, right, stick to some curriculum, stick to something, right? Of course you can't understand everything, right? Right, so you have to give it time, right? Okay, so good, we are there, that's nice. There's a lot of stuff, right? Especially in this stream that I'm doing, there's all ends from infrastructure, backend and front end and security and all of that stuff, right? And that I didn't learn that in a week, right? It took me years to sit and do this crap, right? So don't forget that there's nothing impressive that I'm doing here, except it's just time. I was fortunate to put time in this way before maybe you did, right? Thank you very much, Youssef, for the follow, man. So that's good. The only thing that actually isn't good, right, is that technically this would be better if this process guy would concatenate multiple messages together, because you can see now we have multiple error messages for the same thing, but we're most likely only showing the last one because both of those images actually exceeded in length, right? So we could extend our validator here. Um, yeah, so we could kind of do that, right? We could so if there is already one, let's try that. Just I'm just gonna try that. I don't know if that's gonna work. Snook, hi there. Good evening, buddy. I have no idea if this assumption I'm making is correct, but I'll give it a shot. Yeah, exactly what I wanted. Yes. The only question is though, that's literally what I wanted. The only thing is we can't really, so we'll need to try a new line it or whatever, right? We'll see about that in a second. So we would need to basically do like this, right? Well, I mean, I honestly doubt that your uncle knows all of that stuff, right? No offense, right? That's ridiculous, right? I mean, you can learn all of that in a couple of years, of course, right? But it doesn't matter, right? The point is you have to just keep on doing one thing at a time, right? You cannot keep jumping back and forth because none of those things that you've listed there, most of them are not even related to each other, right? Wait, did I not save this? I did save this, right? Yeah, I did. So what the hell? Yeah, sure, sure. But he didn't help you much in that sense, right? Those things that you stated, they're not related, right? And sure, I mean, they're not useless to learn. I'm not suggesting that he told you something wrong, but it takes many years to learn all of that, that entire list, right? It's not a 2 hour project. That's what I'm saying, right? And thank you very much for the follow. Stay abroad. Let's just use a chat GPT today, maybe for the first or second time. Let's use the version 4, of course. Interesting. Well, I mean, as I said, you need to build things, right? And you like everyone else, you need to build specific things, and you cannot human cannot. We're not asynchronous concurrent beings. We can only do one thing at a time. Even when you're multitasking, that doesn't mean you're doing two things at a time. It just means that you're doing one thing and then another thing, and then you go back to another thing. So we're not concurrent. We need to do things one thing at a time. That's the only thing. Also, there's just physics. You cannot be two places at the same time, right? Right. What the fuck? 10 megabytes. What? Okay. Well, that doesn't really matter. I think we'll need to. What is the time? Yeah, I'll need to round up soon. But I think, yeah, that's kind of it. So we're getting the errors for each individual image that's kind of too large, and that's good. We can actually see them here, right? It's just we will need to do this. They'll need to be in a new line, right? That's what we tried here, but obviously that's not going to work because we sanitize stuff and we remove those special characters, right? No, no, no. We know, of course not. I mean, we can do a million things, right? But we're not gonna hack anything out, right? So we don't need to do that. We'll do that in some way, and we'll figure it out. But for now, because there's a lot of complexity here, I have a lot of sanitizers, a lot of stuff that I have for security reasons, right? So that's why that's also being omitted, right? But yeah, we could do many things. We can insert any separator and then fix that with regex and stuff like that for sure, right? But we don't want to do that, right? Because this is a core library that I built for this project, this form hook, right? So I want to make sure that works properly. But so we'll do that tomorrow, and then yeah, it's kind of sucks that we don't have image resizing in the editor now. That's not super useful, right? But what can I do, right? We'll have to implement it. Let's actually go. Let's go just over here and let's actually go. Yeah, that's maybe better. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't think you have ADHD, man. I think you live in the time, you're part of the generation that generally can't focus on anything. And you can't focus on anything because you guys have all the phones, TikToks, Instagrams, Facebooks, Twitters, LinkedIn's. No sane human in history of this planet would be able to focus with all this distraction, right? So you don't have ADHD, man. You're just a product of the modern world and modern life, right? I see a lot of people saying that bullshit. Oh, I have ADHD. You don't, man. I don't think you do. I think you just suffer from stuff that most humans suffer today. You're too distracted, right? I mean, you can see Ryan is basically supporting exactly what I'm saying. He can't focus on a single thing, right? Not because he can't focus, it's because he has so many resources to so many things that he can't, his brain cannot handle it. If he only had one book on one subject and he had no other option but just to stick to that book, he wouldn't have that problem. So he's going through this of information overflow right now. He can't handle it, right? He has YouTube, he has videos, he has the stream, he has endless information in his hand, but his brain is unable, right? Yeah, yeah. So it's like you have to, I don't have Facebook, I don't have Twitter. I never in my life went to Instagram once. I never went to TikTok in my TikTok, what is it name? So I did some actionable in my life to not fall into that category of completely being distracted, right? Well, I mean, I have ADHD is a type of thing that anyone can say, right? That you like anyone can say that. Anyone, right? Literally, every human being on the planet can say that I have ADHD, right? But you don't. Even the doctors are, and their diagnosis are fucking bullshit at times, right? Because you can go to a doctor and say, "Oh, I have a hard time focusing. But the reason why you have hard time focusing is that's the what you have to get into. Why do you have hard time focusing? Well, you have hard time focusing because you have access to 15 different platforms in real time. Of course you're going to have hard time focusing, right? You're watching my stream now while you're coding something and maybe watching something on YouTube. No person on the planet would be able to focus like that, right? So that has nothing to do with ADHD or any of that. You have a different type of problem, which all of us have today. You need to choose one material, you need to choose one video course, open only that, follow that, focus on that, etc., right? So this ADHD argument is very easy to make, right? Everybody's making it, but that's not the root cause of the problem. The root cause of the problem is that a 10 years old child have this crap in their pocket, and by the time they're 2 hours into the day, they have already scrolled through 15 different feeds. Imagine what happens to your brain when you go to some feed like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you just scroll through that massive sea of information and mostly garbage information. You see a cat, a dog, an ass from some girl. You see, some stupid video, some guy licking, crap on the ground, and you just keep scrolling through that day by day. How the hell do you think you're gonna be focused on something, right? Focus requires attention and commitment and training, and if you want to do yoga, right, you don't just sit and start like meditating, right? It takes time for human to focus, and in order to focus, you have to remove the distractions from your life. So if you want to be better, then be actionable. Don't do it tomorrow or after tomorrow. Go to fucking Twitter and Instagram and all of this garbage and remove it now. Just delete it right now. And that's it. It's so simple. And I promise you results, right? It is easy. It's super easy. Like it's way easier than you think. Go remove it. Nothing in your life is going to change except for everything's going to be better in your life. Yeah, yeah, Alex, well, I have friends. Come on, man. You have a fucking SMS. You have maybe what? You have 3 friends in your life at best or 5. what, you're gonna remove Instagram and you're not gonna have friends anymore, or Twitter, right? Come on, right? You can remove that crap and you're still gonna have friends and you're still gonna have family and stuff like that, right? So it's just a fucking bullshit, man. ADHD, this and that. It's easy to just find reasons to support why you are not focusing. But it's hard to be honest with yourself and look into yourself and realize why, right? No, no, but it is like that, right? We can all say, I have ADHD, done. Problem solved. I have ADHD, done. Everything in my life I'm doing perfectly, and the only reason why I'm distracted is because I have ADHD, right? You get what I mean? So the point is, and I'm not talking about Ryan now or anyone specific. I'm just saying the easiest way to neglect your own wrongdoings and mistakes in life is to attribute it to something as vague as ADHD, right? Right? Exactly, man, 100%. So I'm just saying, sure, maybe you have ADHD. That's probably true. But that's not the root cause of why you can't focus. You can't focus because you live of the time, we live in the time of distraction. You have 15 different social platforms on your phone, 300 notifications every day. You're playing probably some video games, etc., etc. So all of this is a huge distraction. How can you, like, you don't need to have ADHD to be distracted. So the point is, if you want to help yourself, then do something actionable, right? You should fucking uninstall them, man. Of course. What do you think that's gonna happen? I mean, I speak a lot about this on my stream because I genuinely want to help people, right? I genuinely want to affect those people who watch me in a positive way. So I'm not gonna tell you some crap, some lies here. Like, it's so simple. If you want to be productive, you have to stop being unproductive. I mean, I know it sounds funny, but it's true. Like, so if you want to start becoming productive, stop watching fucking Instagram or YouTube, right? It's as easy as that, right? But either way, right? Look into yourself, right? If you're distracted and if right, no, no, it's just right. Like we can't build up the society of excuses, right? Let's just, I have this disease, done. I'm completely relieved of everything. I have no responsibility whatsoever. It's just like I have this, done. Well, maybe you have six different social platforms. You're playing video games 4 hours a day, jerking off 5 times a day. Is there any just a tiny bit of things, right? Of course, I mean, I use exactly. Well, the emphasis is when used properly, right? The emphasis is when used 100%. YouTube is an amazing platform. You can become a freaking doctor on YouTube, right? It's just a matter, I'm talking about those people who can't control themselves, who are just dopamine junkies, right? There's a very, very good book that I read recently. It's called Dopamine Detox. I would highly advise you to get this. It's like you can read this book in 40 minutes. It's I think so. If you want to understand what I'm talking about, seriously, man, spend $3, spend 1 hour on read this book. Is like super to the point. It has, like, I don't know, 80 pages or something. How many pages it had? So let me show how many pages did this have. I literally read this book in, like, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes, and it's incredibly good. It has 61 pages. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure. Absolutely, absolutely. But I don't think that then you have, and I do the same. Don't take me wrong, man. I'm not trying to perceive myself in the light of perfection. It's like every minute of my life is just productive. Of course not. And it shouldn't be. Like you just said, we should take the time to do something, right? I agree with you, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the fact that the newer generation, a lot of younger people today, they are being lied to. It's like you cannot just like label something, attribute an issue to a singular problem. It's like too many things can be true and false at the same time. I feel that we're constantly living in this binary world. Everything is evil, good, enemy, ally, this, that, right? But many things in 99.999% of cases in life, multiple things are correct and incorrect at the same time. So if you say, uh, uh, right, so if you say I have ADHD, for example, sure, that's true, but that doesn't mean that that's the only reason maybe why you're having issues, right? Focusing, right? So that's the point. Anyway, highly advise this book. 30-40 minutes read, I swear. Like, it's amazing. Exactly. Exactly. And as long as you're aware of that at the very least, right? Yeah, exactly. Like what a man is saying. Like, oh, I'm reading this chat, hence the reason why I'm distracted is like exactly, right? Exactly. I mean, I'm genuinely scared for my son, right? I know that all parents in all previous generations said this, so I know that it's kind of stupid to say because every single generation shits on the next one. I get that, and I'm definitely not doing that. I'm not trying to do that. But I think those are very specific times. It's just you see a kid, man, when I sit in a metro, when I go to work, sometimes when I'm not biking, I see those like 10 years old kids, man, just completely zombified on their phones, just like swiping, just like no emotion on their faces, man. It's just like just like this, man. Literally dead inside. Like this is the facial expression. You know, like no, I swear to God, man. Just pay attention sometimes. Just like literally zombified, like exhausted mentally. It's like 9 in the morning. You know, by the time when an average person, a child, a kid, an adult goes to work or school, they're already fed up with so much garbage in their mind that it's incredible. Think about it yourself. No, this is a good case for all of us here. Think about yourself. How much of this useless garbage information you read before you're even at work or at school to do something? Think about it this way. So tomorrow when you wake up, try to see how much of that garbage did you consume before you even tried to start doing whatever you're doing, either studying or working and stuff. So before you even are active to do something productive, you are already filled, your brain is filled with this constant garbage from those feeds. Scroll, right? Just keep on scrolling. So think about it tomorrow when you wake up, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, this stream I had ADHD as well. So I'm gonna head off, guys. I'm gonna head off. We did literally nothing this stream, and it's fine. Actually, we did something, but we had nice discussions. Just once more, let me share that book again. Seriously, help yourselves. Spend $3 or find a PDF online. I don't know, but get this. It's gonna enormously help you because this profession, one of the most fundamental, one of the most fundamental skills as a programmer, as a professional, is to be able to focus. Obviously, which translates into getting things done, right? So if you want to get things done, you need to stop with this, right? All right, I need to go. I need to go. My pleasure, guys. My pleasure. It's always genuine. It's always honest, and I hate bullshit. So I just say it how I think it is and how I felt it, and I put my money where my mouth is. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Twitter. I don't have any of that crap for 13, 14 years now. So I'm not saying this shit and then not doing what I'm saying. You can remove all of those garbage platforms in one move, and it's gonna make your life tremendously better. Just FYI, right? So yeah, Cool, fellas. Well, thank you. What is to say? Thank you very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening. If you're around, come around. Let's have fun. Let's hang out and, do something good for yourselves and take care of yourselves and take action. Be proactive. Don't be reactive. And try not to drown in this sea of distractions and bullshit and useless content that's just gonna not bring any value to you in your life. So that's how I would like to end this discussion today. Take care of yourselves, and nobody else will if you don't do it yourself. So don't forget that. If you don't care of yourself, take care of yourself, nobody else will. So, yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Have a good day wherever you are. And I'll catch you guys up tomorrow. Be well. How many hours do you spend a week playing guitar? Since I started streaming, honestly, not enough. Not enough. I have very little time. I come from work. Take care of my son. I put him to bed. I start streaming. I end the stream. I go to bed. So my work day's time is exceeded completely. I have literally 0 seconds of time. On the weekends, I do play, yes. When I was a lot younger, I would play 30, 40 hours a week. I was obsessed. But now I don't have the time. So not enough of time. Not enough. All right, fellas. Stay well, be well, and I'll see you guys the next time. See you tomorrow. Peace out. Cheers. Bye bye.